Hi everyone, my name is Tylie Thompson, and today I'm going to be talking about the symbolic convergence theory. So this theory is developed by Ernest Borman, explains how people in a group develop shared meanings and group identity through storytelling, inside jokes, or common experiences, which I think we can all relate to. These shared stories, called fantasy themes, help bring people together and make them feel more connected. When these fantasy themes spread throughout the group, the members begin to see the world in a similar way, leading to what he calls symbolic convergence. So over time, if different groups share similar themes, they can form a rhetorical vision, a larger shared belief or narrative that connects multiple people or communities. This theory helps explain why certain stories, traditions, or even inside jokes make groups feel closer or more unified. I like this specific example because I feel like friend groups and just people in general, I think we all kind of share that. You know, when you have an inside joke with someone, you just feel more connected. So now that I understand this theory, I see how it applies to real life group interactions, whether it's a sports team, a school club, a group of friends, stuff like that. I mean, we all just share jokes, stories. For example, high school basketball team, they might constantly joke about a lucky pregame type of thing that they do. So over time, this shared belief helps the team feel more connected and motivated. Another example could be how a group of friends love a particular movie or theme, a movie or meme, and they constantly reference it in their conversations. So it makes them feel more like they share this special connection over this specific thing. This theory shows communication is not just about sharing facts, it's about creating a sense of belonging in these interpersonal relationships. So if leaders or teachers understand this theory, they could use it to build stronger, more united teams or classrooms by encouraging shared stories and traditions. So the evolution of this theory, can we prove that it works? So it's somewhat testable. It focuses on people's shared stories, emotions, group dynamics. It's difficult to measure with numbers or data. Unlike scientific experiments where you can control these variables and outcomes, symbolic convergence happens naturally and unpredictable. So you're not going to plan when you're going to say an inside joke with your friends. You know, it kind of just comes naturally and it just happens, you know? So it's not something that you plan, it's more of something that just happens. Researchers can study, though, common themes and shared narratives, how they emerge in different groups by analyzing conversations, media content, or social movements. So, for example, examining how these online memes spread online or inside jokes within, like how they form in a school club or something, we can see patterns of symbolic conversion in action, even if we can't predict exactly when or how it will happen. So does it make sense? It does make a lot of sense because we see these in everyday scenarios, how people naturally bond over jokes, beliefs, experiences. It logically explains why these strong connections form through storytelling and shared narratives. The idea that certain themes chain out across groups also explains real-world examples, how political slogans, viral memes, sports team traditions, how these all bring people together. However, one potential weakness is that it doesn't always explain why these themes catch on while others don't. So, for example, two groups may be exposed to the same story, but one group only turns it into a widely shared narrative. It's easy to understand. I'd say it's relatively simple to understand. It describes something we experience in our everyday lives. Again, how stories, jokes, traditions, all these things create a group identity. However, some of the technical terms may take some time to get used to, such as rhetorical vision and fantasy themes, not something you hear every day. A simpler way to think about it is the more people that relate to a story or idea, the more it spreads and brings them together. So this makes it useful for not only academic study and communication, but also for leaders, teachers, team members, any type of leader, or anyone in general that wants to strengthen these connections and bring people closer together. Because these are just natural things that happen, you know? Like I said, you don't plan on, these connections. I mean, it just kind of happens. So some final thoughts are, overall, the symbolic convergence theory is a powerful way to understand why groups feel connected and how shared stories bring people together. It applies to friend groups, school teams, workplaces, online communities, or even entire societies. While it may not be testable as some specific theories, it provides a value of perspective on the role of storytelling, traditions, and shared narratives in shaping a group identity and cohesion. So if people apply this theory in leadership and teamwork settings, and just in friendships in general, they can intentionally create shared stories and traditions to build stronger, more united communities, friendships, and so on. So thank you. I appreciate